Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Brittany. I'm back. I'm better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post, because I do post frequently. Alright, y'all already know what we doing. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing and Dougie bow. Alright, Dougie, y'all. Into this video. Click the link down in my description box below to become a paid member on my Patreon. We're doing 18 Young and Turn, Valley Girl Season 2, and Marked in Park Season 1. Alright, y'all. Go over there. Check that out. Alright, without further ado, let's get into this video. In today's video, we'll be getting into Tilo and Miss Promise. So if you've never seen these people before, I am here to formally introduce you to the CEOs of two amazing networks that I personally have put my money into. Tilo is the CEO of Nowadays TV, and Miss Promise is the CEO of the NCK Network. So mind you, it's been a lot going on in the Nowadays TV universe that has transferred over into the NCK Network universe. So let me break it down and keep up. All right. So first things first, we have Cash being banned from Nowadays TV. Obviously, if y'all know, y'all been here, I made videos on it. If you are new, those videos will be in the description box below so you can catch up on what's going on. But Cash has been banned from Nowadays TV, and with her being banned, she has transferred over now to Promise's Network, aka the NCK Network. Mind you, the NCK Network is basically Nowadays TV, but they jump on there. Like, I mean, it's a jump party, okay? A jump fest. A jump is always had over there. They do not mind, okay? A jump will be had. I will say this, it's still in its building stages. A lot of their shows before Marked in Park, in my opinion, were very boring to sit through. But Marked in Park, I feel as though stamped them for me to like go over and actually pay my money and watch the content fully. I will say Room Hates is really good, and like I said, Marked in Park. But overall, you know, they're still in the building stages, like I said before. Now, Cash has transferred over there, but another person who has transferred over there is, drum roll please, actually hold the drum roll, because she don't even, literally, she really wasted my time, so I don't even need the drums, okay? We're just going to get right to it. Bunny Rex. So Bunny Rex went over to the NCK Network acting like she was exposing some tea, but truly it was piss. And I mean like Ivory's piss. Very much so. Like, I was like, girl, are you serious? I went out my way to listen to this, and you really ain't talking about nothing. I think that Promise thought that she had real tea, but truly she did not. I don't feel as though Bunny really gave her something for real. I don't believe that. So I'm going to tell y'all everything so y'all don't have to go spend y'all money on it. We are going to just basically go down the rabbit hole of what Bunny gave us, but I'm gonna make it make sense, because the whole time during the interview, Bunny was everywhere. Like, she was very much everywhere with the story. So I'm gonna give y'all the story of how I think it played out with context clues, and just details of what she gave. Also, everything is alleged. I was not there, okay? So don't take anything as factual, okay? This is makeup. This is La La Land, all right? All right. So, like I said before, everything moving forward is alleged. Take nothing as fact. Thank you. People gonna say in the comments, Britt, did you watch West Coast Baddies? Something like that. I tried to watch the season that Ivory came on, that Hood Baby is on. I barely got through the first episode. I was bored. I tried to watch Hot Boys. It was boring. I got to where Trick came in. He got to find, he tore whoever that boy was up. I left it alone. Got boring. Too many challenges early on. Boring. I was going to sleep. I tried. I liked it. What it do duo, but then at the same time, it was so boring, and I kind of already knew the people that they was going to have, you know, beat the people up. Kind of already knew what was going to happen to a lot of the people there. So that was boring. But I like Room Hates, and like I said, I like Marked in Park. Okay, now let's get to Bunny Rex. Okay, so overall, Bunny wasn't reading the room, I believe. Let's start there. I believe she wasn't reading the room. I think Bunny is very self-absorbed. With her being very self-absorbed, it's hard for her to read the room. And I think she was doing the most. Like, as I'm watching the podcast, she was just so thirsty to get out whatever she needed to say. For real. And really, everything that she said was piss. It was nothing. She really said a whole bunch of nothing. She wanted to take us through her whole life story. Nobody cares. Get to T-Lo. Get to T-Lo, okay? I need to know. Get to T-Lo. I don't care about the rest. Get to T-Lo. So, she starts off, well, I'm going to start off what we care about, okay? So, basically, she ended up losing her son. With her losing her son, she then had to hurry up, go make some money, so she moved to Miami. She got her body done. And Miss her getting her body done and her being in Miami, she hears about Big Lex Betty collection. She auditions. Now, from her point of view, she always wanted to be on Jocelyn's Cabaret, so she thought that this would be a stepping stone for her to get there. But that did not go in her favor because Big Lex and Jocelyn had ended up getting into it. So then she realized, hey, this probably won't get me to where I want to go. But it's still an opportunity. This opportunity, I'm going to make the most out of it. And I'm going to be, awesome. Whatever. With her going on Big Lex Betty collection, they didn't necessarily have a vision for where the network was going to go. At this point, from what she said, it wasn't even a network. It was more like a Big Lex name is hot right now. Let's capture this and let's hit the ball rolling and keep your name hot. So let's make you a show because you're that girl right now. The internet loves you. Let's make you a show and show them that, money can be made off you too. Like, you're a big star. All that. Okay, great. So they start the show. Now, I don't necessarily know if they knew that it was going to turn into Now That's TV Fighting Network. Or was they just saying Big Lex needs a show and let's see what's entertaining. And they was just throwing stuff at the wall. I think they were just throwing stuff at the wall. From what she's saying. Because it was like their first show. So they're not knowing if it's gonna do something or if it wasn't. They just wanted her to have a show, something to say like, hey, if you wanna watch Big Lex, watch her here. So Bunny comes in and I definitely believe, she just took this as like an opportunity to be like, oh my gosh, I'm finna be on TV. I'm finna make something of myself. This is going to get me to the next level to get my child back. Was it that? No. So, she ends up having a heart-to-heart with Big Lex because allegedly Big Lex has 2 kids. And with Big Lex having these children, she really felt like a bond with Lex because both of them allegedly lost their kids. So with that, she was like, hey, I understand, like, how that feels, da-da-da. I want to make a song with you. I'm an artist. And Big Lex said, hold up, bitch. You're here to do a show. I'm not making music with you. I don't know you. Big Lex dismisses her. She declines. They go further on in the season. Something came up about her son being written like in a book or something. Basically, production put in a book, tried to make it seem as though it was one of the cast members. It wasn't. Bunny flips out because her son is, a big thing to her. So that hurt her feelings that they used that against her. Understandable. So she stopped messing with the network. Okay, cool. She stopped messing with the network. So by this time, Isaiah ends up coming. The network started popping. Mind you, they still in their foundation stages, but people are starting to subscribe. People are starting to want to get on this ride because at that point, all they had was Zeus. So they like, oh, it's something else out here. Let's see what else is out here. She see that they getting the buzz, so she ends up calling Tilo like, hey, I would like to be a part of that buzz, okay? So they end up having a lunch, or a dinner, whatever. I will say this. This, to me, they probably had been talking a little bit before this. In my opinion, he was trying to find somewhere to put her. He ends up saying, in my opinion, don't take this as fact. It's just the way I think the story is really going with the details that she left out. They probably had already been talking by then. And this is a man who's transitioning into a CEO. He was Big Lex manager. And mind you, a manager versus CEO is a big difference. I think, he ended up feeling himself. And, obviously people started playing their part because they want opportunities. So I think, in this, they was talking. He took her to dinner. And, she was like, I want to come back to the network, daughter this, daughter that. He like, okay, right now we have Zodiac House playing. Mind you, just still throwing stuff at the wall. The Isaiah stuff is good, but, you can't just be overly repetitive. He wanted to bring out more shows, in my opinion. So he then was like, let's do a game show. Let's do a love show. Let's do a fighting show. And put all this on one network. So as Zodiac House was filming, girl, I can't even get it out. As they was filming, they ended up bringing her in. Some girl felt some type of way, blah, blah, blah. They added a storyline to add Bunny Rex in. Her and the girl got to fight. So Bunny Rex still felt as though like she was better than this. She shouldn't be doing this type of stuff. So him and her had a conversation. And she was like, I think I want to do movies. I also am a rapper. I'm going to be the next Nicki Minaj. And he was like, well, if you're going to be the next Nicki Minaj, let me put you in a deal. A 360 deal, by the way. She ends up being like, oh, well, let me look over the details of the 360. I'm going to get back with you. But mind you, they're talking at this point. Like, she kept saying they was close friends, but it's giving more than that. So what I'm thinking is, they are doing what needs to be done. This is my opinion. They're doing what needs to be done. She obviously understood that she was one of the girls, because she was even saying that he would tell her, like, you see why Farrari gets what she gets? Because she listens. So obviously you knew he want, like, she didn't even end up saying like he wasn't her man. They didn't have a title, but you knew you was one of the girls. Like, come on, bitch. Like, come on. You knew you was one of the girls, and with that, you felt that you could come and go as you wanted. And mind you, he's spin game to you. You and said something about the baby getting taken away from you, how you just want your baby back, but also too, bitch, be for real. You want the glitz, the glam. You like the attention. You like that the boss man is giving you some type of attention. Oh, he building his network, and he's building or investing in me as well. So you like all this stuff. With that, he like that you're getting off on that. He's getting off on the power, all of that. So this is working for y'all. You feel as though you have some type of range because you apologized. He took you out, and you're coming in and out as you want to. So you feel as though you have some type of leverage. But with this, he pillow talking you. He running game on you, but he really not stunning you for real. He was never thinking about you like that. You were just something to do. And with you just being something to do, you didn't know that you was just something to do. You really believed the pillow talk. Like, you really were invested in this man changing your life. So you gave him all the power. Boom. So when it came to Greek life, She was still going over the contract, ended up not working out. Obviously on Greek Life, we seen her, she embarrassed herself, feel embarrassed her. It was just a lot of embarrassment going on around her, with her. It was just too much. It was just a lot. So in the midst of Greek Life going on, and while she's being embarrassed in front of the camera, behind the camera, she had found out that he had a baby on the way. He ends up telling her, like, no, that's not true. Once again, like I said, running game. She ends up making a diss song about him. Now I went and listened to this song. I see why Big Lex declined. No shade. But she ends up making a diss song about him. Now the diss song is a little more fresh now, but I had to add that in there because this is how she told the story. Because of the whole baby thing, and he really wanted her to sign this 360 deal, and she was doing the most, he ends up kicking her off of Greek Life. Now, I don't know when she was kicked off, maybe sent home, at the skip of the morning, at the end of the day, maybe, but she was still there for the little dinner thing because her and Matt got into it. So I'm not understanding really when she went home, or when he kicked her off, because she was there the last day when they was, filming the whole dinner scene. But anyways, fast forward, she talks about them going to court. Now, mind you, from what she said, she texts him every now and then, fuck you, stuff like this, I can't stand you, but he don't have her blocked. So Carly Red allegedly put a restraining order against her. They went to court the first time. Cardi and T-Lo didn't show up, but the second time T-Lo did and Carly did, and then he went to the witness stand basically saying keep her away from me, and she just couldn't believe that the person who was supposed to help change her life testified against her and basically was on his wife's side. Now, to me, I'm testifying against you too, because it's not really making sense for me. And what I mean by that is, okay, basically you knew you was not his girl. You knew that. You coming into the situation, like I said, she's very self-absorbed. So it's not like she get out of her bubble. It's more like, this is my world. And then she plays victim. I think that she thought that she hit a lick. She was dating the CEO. With that, money was going to come in like it needed to come in so she can get her child back. And they were going to live happily ever after, and she was going to be the girlfriend. But obviously, he didn't really care for her like that. She was just one of the girls, in my opinion. She played her role as one of the girls, so she didn't want to play that role no more. And once he put her in her place, as far as being hey, you're just one of the girls. You're not going to be my wife. You're not going to be anything outside of this. I think that's when she got irritated, and that's when, she wanted to be more. And two, he had told her, hey, I'm going to do all this, I'm going to do all that for your life. And that didn't happen. And because it didn't happen, she now is texting him, always, just being worrisome. And because he hasn't blocked her, she feels well, he didn't block me. If he was tired of it, he'd just block me. But maybe, too, it lets him know that, hey, I'm still the man. I still have this dummy on lock, because she's still texting me and she's still talking about me every blue moon that she get a chance. But, too, like I said before, she really ain't spilled no tea. It's not like she was saying that she was pregnant by him, or she gave much information to be oh my God, what? T-Lo did what? It wasn't that. Basically, they talked. They was in the talking stages. She found out that he had a baby on the way. He told her no. He pillow talked to her. He was spin game. And she just wasn't reading the room. And was that right of him? No. But obviously, I just feel like I don't know, maybe it's because my whole brain has came in, my frontal lobe is in. I'm just like, after 25, you should be more hooked on game. And just like he using you, you using him. You using him in a way to get your son back, to get on your feet, and he using you as far as like getting his rocks off. And in my opinion, I don't think that she should have been putting her whole future in this man's hands to get her child back. You know, when we was getting our body done in Miami, you know, we should have been like building stability up to be able to get the child back. Just in my opinion, I don't know her full story, but I'm just going off what she said because it still doesn't seem like she has the child back. So obviously, you know, instead of us going on these podcasts and everything, we could be doing other stuff. But at this point, her whole storyline is basically, in my opinion, being his side chick and running his name through the dirt as much as she can. But she's not giving anything to really run his name through the dirt. It's more like, hey, I got tea, I'm going to tell you about him. But when it's time to get on the mic and talk, she's not saying anything. And I know they have her as a storyline for Love and Hip Hop, but I'm sure she's going to give Love and Hip Hop something. I'm sure she's not going to waste their time. But I definitely believe when it comes to Promise and Barbie's time, she absolutely wasted their time because Barbie was trying to ask her questions. She was talking over Barbie. That got on my nerves so bad. I hate when people be talking over somebody, or where you're trying to have like a conversation. They just want to get the story out. Like, they don't acknowledge like what you said or anything. That was irritating me. Even when she said that she was from Ohio, and Barbie was like, where is Ohio? Like, Barbie is a visual learner. So she was like, girl, you don't know all your 50 states? Who the hell in their mind is just thinking like, Ohio, where is Ohio? Like, stuff like that really irritates me, especially when you're coming to somebody else's platform sounding extra slow, and then you want to try to clock her about the 50 states. And Barbie did, I ain't going to say she felt some type of way, but she did bring it back up. And two, because Bunny Rex was talking over her the whole time, she was kind of like, you know, I'm letting you carry the conversation because I'm just interested to know certain stuff. But truly, I don't believe that this should have been Barbie's first podcast. First of all, Barbie did a good job of being able to articulate certain things, being able to tell her like, hey, I'm a visual learner, and just like certain questions that she asked. But Bunny Rex really needs to go to therapy. That's really it. That's all. And she needs to not blame T-Lo for decisions that she had made in her life and why her life is where it's at. Like, to be honest, T-Lo is a man that came in your life for a little bit. He hasn't been here the whole time to be able to change what was already in place. And I think that's just a cheap way, instead of you being like, hey, I'm responsible, let me take accountability, and let me put on my big girl boots and actually fix my life. It's more like she's a passenger in her life instead of the driver. That's the role that she takes, like the victimhood of like, life just happened to me. Oh my gosh, my city hates me. Everybody in my city doesn't care for me. I'm most hated in my city. Like, and that could be true. You know, it can be people hating on you in your city, but with that, like, it was just a whole bunch of victim talking, in my opinion. It was just a lot of me, poor me. And she has this certain look on how her life went, and you know how it's just been a train wreck after train wreck after train wreck after train wreck, and it's nothing good. So I think that she needs to put on her big girl panties and really figure out what she wants to do and try to find a way to get her child back. Because I'm sure, you know, everybody is cutting her a check to hear about T-Lo and get some dirt on T-Lo. But honestly, like I said before, I think all them is drinking piss, because she's not telling y'all much of nothing. Just in my opinion, she's not giving y'all anything to really sit down and talk to her for an hour about. Because truly, I was irritated that she wasted an hour of my life. And then I sat back and watched it 2 more times to give y'all everything that I just gave y'all. And I still feel like it was a waste of my time. Like, it's nothing in there that made me be like, oh, girl, T, clocking T. If anything, she was clocking more so the women than him. Like, she clocked Neena, saying how Neena stay in one of his houses with her kids. And Neena was one of his girls, allegedly. And how he felt like Neena's show wasn't good. She had clocked Neena. She clocked Farrari on how to be a good girl and shut up and play a part. Clocked Farrari. Clocked Big Lex about, saying that she don't have kids, but kids got taken away from her allegedly. It was more like she was clocking the women. Even like by the end, she started saying like Diamond and she said like Diamond, Ivory, E.T. is dumb for going back to Now That's TV. After they left Zeus. And I'm just in my head like, ain't this the same person who left Big Lex Baddie Collection because they was talking about her son? But as soon as it started booming, you went back. Like, ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Like, and just certain things I just didn't feel as though it was her opinion. Like, shut up. Just shut up. But that's really all I got for y'all. Like, y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think it's piss? Or do y'all think it's tea? Personally, for me, it's not tea because it wasn't anything spilled. It just gives more so y'all were talking. He was telling you what you wanted to hear. You had your heart on the sleeve and you just fell for what he said. And then I don't want to make it seem like I don't understand. Like, I do get it, but at the same time, I feel as though she going on this press run trying to make it seem like she really got tea and she don't. Oh, and she also said too that the Now That's TV blog pages, they pay them. Well, I need to be paid too, T-Lo, because I know y'all watch me. Hello. I know y'all watch me. Gmail Britney04@gmail.com, okay? Pay me. Once again, email address Britney04@gmail.com, okay? Pay me, sure. Pay me, because I will never report on her again, T-Lo. I got your back, babe. I got your back, okay? Pay me or promise, hey, girl. Big money, stepper. Pay me. So, yeah. She just said that, that the blog pages don't pick her up because Now That's TV is over a lot of them, all this, all that, which is true. That's definitely true. I had seen it the last time that she went crazy and talked about him. I think like 1T page picked it up, everything that she said. But two, like I said, it's pissed. Like, she really didn't get him nothing. I think Promise wasted her money, and they were on live some days ago, and Bunny had got on there. Shaba got in the live and was just like, she not liking what Bunny doing to a CEO, and Promise jumped in and like she protecting Bunny. But why is you protecting Bunny when Bunny ain't give you nothing? Like, I think you thought you was getting some and you really thought this was gonna eat and people was gonna go over, but I mean, to an extent, yeah, people will go over and want to know, like, what's going on. But you really just getting out this TV sloppy seconds. You would have did better by just getting cash and keeping moving about your life. But Bunny, I don't feel as though Bunny gave you anything. It was just something to do. Them same people who clicked $6 is going to cancel, like, the same day. Because she gave you nothing. Like, I promise you, it was such a boring interview, and Barbie did an amazing job, but I just really think Bunny is just too self-absorbed. And she was like, oh, all the fans hate me, all them hate me, and this is who y'all give y'all $6 to every month, to somebody who does this to women who take advantage. Girl, let's be clear. you went back to the network. Okay? You were using him as much as he was using you. And because your use didn't go in your favor, yeah, I am going to spend my $6. I surely am. I surely am. I hate when people do stuff like that. Like, we don't know much about what T-Lo got going on behind closed doors. We know that he's engaged to Carly Red. We know that he has a baby girl. Beautiful baby girl. She's so pretty. A beautiful baby girl. And he had his girls. Now, I don't know if y'all still his girls. It don't seem like it. Well, we know for sure you're not one of the girls anymore. But, I mean, all that had been exposed, babes. What, we supposed to stop being entertained because you're out of a job? And really, you're not even out of a job. You out of a job on that network, but you went to 2 different networks to bash him. And just like you on a press run bashing him, and you want everybody to pay that $6 to care about what you're talking about, we pay our $6 to watch these shows that you even seen was popping and making the network better, to where you went back over there. So, yeah, I'm going to stay over there with them. And, you know, I definitely don't believe that Bunny Rex is, like, quote-unquote hated. I really don't think that. But I think Bunny be looking for attention. And like I said before, like I will continue to say, she's very self-absorbed. And I don't think that she realizes how self-absorbed she is. How quick she comes in and just is thinking about self. Like I said, while they're doing an interview, she just kept wanting to talk over Barbie. Barbie barely could ask her a question. Barbie would have to, like, keep talking for her to stop talking. Like, if Barbie be like, oh, okay, you know, I'm going to just let her talk, she would just keep talking over her. Barbie will laugh or be like, oh, you know, I get it. And then she'll be like, yeah, da-da-da, I'm still, let me keep going. Like that. And then, like I said, like, all the stories was just, like, victim. They hated me in my own time. I had to get out Miami. The man was using me. He was this, he was that. Like, every story that she said was a story on her being the victim. So in her eyes, she will forever be the victim. And I think once she gets out of that mindset, she will go further. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Bye.